The war had already taken everything from me. So when they gave me the order, it should have been easy. My name is Captain Darius Venn, commander in what remained of the Outer Defense Fleet. For 6 years, I had fought on the front lines of a war humanity never truly understood, against an alien empire that moved like a shadow across the stars, silent, efficient, unstoppable. We called them the Solari. Not that they ever told us their name. We learned about them the hard way. Burned colonies, vanished fleets, worlds turned into empty husks. And yet, they were not monsters. That was the problem. Because monsters are easier to kill. The mission came through encrypted channels. Priority Omega. No discussion. No deviation. Target secured. The message read. High-value asset. Immediate termination authorized. I stared at the file longer than I should have. A single image flickered on the screen. Her. Captured during a failed skirmish near the Veil Expanse. Intelligence believed she was not just important but critical. Royal. Princess, my second in command, hail, muttered as he read over my shoulder. That explains the security. Or the urgency, I replied. He glanced at me. You're not hesitating, are you? I didn't answer. Because I was. They kept her in isolation. A containment chamber deep within the command ship, shielded from scans, guarded at all times. When I entered, the guard stepped aside without a word. The door sealed behind me, and for a moment, there was only silence. She stood at the center of the room, not restrained, not chained, just waiting. Her form was different from anything human, yet eerily familiar. Graceful, composed, and marked with faint lines of light that pulsed softly across her skin. Her eyes lifted as I stepped closer. Sharp, unafraid. You've come to end it, she said. Her voice was calm. Not a question. I stopped a few feet away. That's the order. She nodded. Then do it. No hesitation. No fear. Just acceptance. Something in my chest tightened. You don't want to say anything? I asked. Why would I? She replied. Because you're about to die. We all are, she said quietly. I frowned. That's not how this works. She tilted her head slightly. No, she said. From where I stand, it is exactly how it works. I didn't like that answer. Didn't like how steady she was. You're important, I said. Your people will come for you. They already tried, she replied. That tracked. And they failed, I said. Yes. Silence settled again. Then, end me, she said. Just like that. Direct. Final. I raised the weapon. My hand didn't shake, but something else did. This is war, I said. Yes. You've killed people. Yes. And you do it again. If I must. There was no anger in her voice. No hatred. Just truth. End me, she repeated. And I couldn't do it. I lowered the weapon. No. The word hung in the air. Her expression didn't change. You refuse your orders? Yes. Why? I didn't have a good answer. So I gave her the only honest one. Because you're not what they said you were. That got a reaction. Subtle, but real. And what did they say? She asked. That you are the enemy. And I am not. I met her gaze. You are, I said. But not the way they think. She studied me. Long. Carefully. You hesitate, she said. I choose. I corrected. That decision changed everything. The moment I left the chamber, Hale was waiting. Well, he asked. I hesitated. Then, she's alive. His expression hardened. That's not what you were ordered to do. I know. Then fix it. No. Silence. Heavy. You're making a mistake, Captain, he said. Maybe, I replied. but it's mine to make. They didn't give me much time. Orders came down within the hour. Noncompliance noted. Termination will proceed as scheduled. Not by me, by someone else. I went back. She was still there, still waiting. You returned, she said. They're sending someone else, I replied. She nodded. Then it changes nothing. It changes everything, I said. Because I'm not letting them do it. That made her pause. Why? She asked again. I took a breath. Because I think this war is built on something wrong. She stepped closer. And you believe I am the answer? No, I said. I think you're part of the question. We didn't have much time. I shut down the internal sensors, locked the chamber. Can you move? I asked. Yes. Good, I said. Because we're leaving. Breaking her out wasn't easy. Nothing ever is. Alarms blared the moment we stepped into the corridor. Captain Venn. Hale's voice echoed over the comms. Stand down. I didn't. We moved fast. She stayed close. Silent. Trusting. That surprised me. You're not trying to escape, I said as we turned a corner. I am, she replied. No, I mean, you're not running from me. She looked at me. You chose not to kill me, she said. That matters. We reached the hangar. Too many guards. No way through. Any ideas? I asked. She stepped forward. I do. And then, everything changed. The air shifted. Energy surged. The guards froze. Not out of fear, but recognition. They stepped back, lowered their weapons. I stared. What did you do? Reminded them who I am, she said. And that's when I realized she wasn't just a princess. She was something more. We escaped. Barely. My ship took damage, systems flickering as we pushed into open space. They'll follow, I said. Yes, she replied. But not yet. I glanced at her. Why not? Because they are waiting. For what? She looked out at the stars. For me to decide. Days passed. We stayed on the edge of known space. Running. Hiding. Talking. Her name was Lyriel. And the more I learned, the less I understood the war. We did not start this, she said. Neither did we, I replied. Then why does it continue? I didn't have an answer. The truth came slowly. Her people weren't conquering. They were containing something. Something worse. A force that spread from system to system, consuming everything. And humanity had mistaken them for the threat. You're going to kill me, she said one night. Yeah, I admitted. And now? I looked at her. Now I'm trying to fix that. She smiled faintly. A difficult task. Yeah, I said. But worth it. The final battle came sooner than expected. The thing they had been fighting. It found us. A fleet unlike anything I had ever seen. Twisted. Alive. Hungry. This is why we fight, she said. I gripped the controls. Then let's not lose. We didn't fight alone. Her people arrived. Ships of light cutting through the darkness. And for the first time, humans and Solari fought together. Not as enemies, but as allies. In the middle of it all, she stood beside me. You chose not to end me, she said. Yeah. That choice saved more than you know. I looked at her. Then I'm glad I made it. The battle ended. The threat pushed back. Not destroyed, but contained. For now. Later, we stood on the edge of a new beginning. You could return, she said, to your people. I shook my head. Things are different now. Yes, she said. They are. I looked out at the stars, at everything that had changed, because of one moment, one choice, one refusal. End me, she had said. And I couldn't do it. And because of that, Everything changed.